all the way down. Bam, a lot of torque there without any play. It's super strong. Wow, Thomas, this is yours. Are you happy?
Yeah, it came out really nice.
We got the door mechanism also functional. There we go. This is just what you can slide in normally, but therefore I need two hands and just push it down. Okay guys, I've been dreaming for a long time to build a big size F-35B, and today this day has come. I have to say a big thank you to my sponsors like Colorfabb, PCBWay, we got JP Hobby and Bambulab for helping me. And thank you so much my Patreons, so we can now finally start the big size F-35B. After visiting the Jet World Master competition in Norway 2025, I am really inspired to build a big size model. So we're going to build a 1:8 size, fully printed, with the foaming filaments of Colorfabb. We're using the big printers to print those big parts from 1:8 size. So this is going to be a 2-meter version F-35B, which can do vertical takeoff. It will be suited with 2x 120 millimeters from JP, and a lot of really epic stuff and more. So to keep the model lightweight, we need also a lot of servos, and here is where charge servo will come in. So we're going to use the DS06 and the DS09, which are really lightweight and powerful. Okay guys, the first parts are rolling in, quite happy, and it's going pretty fast with all those printers. I'm feeling really blessed with those H2Ds. Look, these are really big parts, and this is just a perfect job for the H2D, and also for the H2S we are printing quite big. But in this video I also want to show you guys the Geografie K2 Plus. And to give a long story short, it surprised me, and I will show you more in this video about the Geografie K2 Plus as well, to give an honest opinion about these printers, because they're similar. Like I told you before guys, for each and every one of you there is a printer, and the A1 Mini also surprises me, and the quality is also quite good for printing for foaming filaments from Colorfabb. So as you can see and maybe recognize, we are printing the 3BSM parts. So let's continue with the 3BSM. It's a closed ducting system fitted for a 120 millimeter EDF. The JP will fit in. We got the original static inlet for flow for vertical takeoff, so it will suck air from the top, just like the real one, and also it will suck air from the front to reach that optimum flow to push out that 8 kilos approximately. By the way, there's an easy removal for the 120 millimeter EDF. Super easy. Okay, this is the total overview of the model. Still work in progress, I'm only halfway, also designing all the panel lines and details. But look guys, look. This works already. Love it. And I'm sorry to have some fun as well. Okay, let's continue printing and designing. But before we're going to do any design work, let's make sure that all printers are running. So this is the batch for the form-ups, the front landing gear parts. I really love this site. Look at it. It's like a laboratory. Wow. Well guys, this is what I really like with the Bambulabs. Easy support removal with just one hand. So this is all ready for our Thomas to make it really nice. So parts are coming. By the way, we're also working on the F-104. So this is an RC jet print project. The F-35A there is a private project, and also this one is for now a development project. So if you might ask for the files, these are not yet for sharing. Okay guys, meanwhile our Thomas arrived. We're going to paint this one in the F-35 grey. Same for my new one. The green one is still surviving, 65 flights. And also thank you Colorfabb. Now we can fill our AMSs from those printers. So let's go. And here we go. Wow, Thomas, this is yours. Are you happy?
Yeah, it came out really nice.
Good. So we added the F-35 grey on it. So with the natural light colors it turns into light grey. When it gets dark it will turn into dark grey, just like the real F-35. And this is my new model, so we're going to also add the decal set. But that was a nice job. Okay guys, good morning. Thomas has arrived. He's already... Morning buddy. So the prints are coming from the printer. Thomas is cleaning the parts. And the idea is to continue rebuilding this front section unit of the F-35B. Meanwhile, I'm also cleaning the parts. And the printers are now being started to print even more parts, starting with the landing gear door. Okay, here we are at the point that we assembled the cockpit section. The wood parts are there, even the servo and the controlling of the front gear doors. It looks really amazing. So let's continue. Okay guys, we're back in the shop. So let's continue assembling the F-35B version. So parts are rolling in. So the next part is actually assembly like Legos. This is the lift fan unit. Okay guys, we are progressing. So we have our front section. It's quite huge. And we got the door mechanism also functional. There we go. So one servo is actually driven the top lift fan door and the two lower doors, which works amazingly. And it's actually also super lightweight. So let's continue.
This video is sponsored by PCBWay. PCBWay provides custom PCB services, but they also offer 3D printing, CNC machining, sheet fabrication and many more. We use CNC and also 3D printing to make our projects. Mostly I use PCBWay to CNC cut aluminium parts for the F-35 landing gear. At PCBWay you can easily upload your file, select the material that you want and get a quote in less than 24 hours. Check them out at PCBWay.com. And let's go back to our video. Thank you PCB.
So guys, for driving this model vertical, we're going to use the JP 12S 120mm, and this can push like 9 kilos. So let's build it in, and then we can close with the top hatch and the main lift fan door. And hopefully we have this part finished at the end of this video. So make sure to subscribe and like, and if you have any comments, let them know in the comment section. So we have the lift fan installed. Also those push rods for the top fan lift cover. And let's see if this fits. This is just what we can slide in. normally, but therefore I need two hands, and just push it down and the motor is locked. Wow, and here you got it. So I can take this out, remove the rods, and then I can also remove the EDF when it's necessary. But it fits awesomely. Perfect, 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 perfect. So let's continue with the lift fan. But also, we've got the side intakes. So what we basically do is, if the mechanical works and nicely adjusted, then we're going to glue the sides on. And then it starts looking like an F-35. Crazy. Love this build. Okay everyone, we're starting to get to a point where we can add more exterior parts like these. This is also the side inlet, where actually the inlet is already installed. So it will cover up also nicely the mechanics for opening the top fan door and the lower lift fan doors. But before that we need to add the lift fan door, because this is our last chance to can make any adjustments that both will turn open and close really nicely. Oh my god, it's going to look amazing. So for the background, we're also printing some cockpit parts. Really cool. I'm going to redo this and make the details out of the resin printer. Therefore I will use the Formlabs. But guys, it's going to be really cool. Okay, we got our first door test. Epic. Cool. So we can close the sides. Okay guys, the model is getting awesome. And look how big it's going to be. So we are almost ready to go to the next section. This part is glued on. I need to sand it still, but it's feeling amazing. Therefore I'm going to use the 3M soft pads. These are quite handy. And yeah, it's super easy to sand it really smoothly. And yeah, I really love this pad. So this is 250. And if you sand it, it gets a really smooth surface. You don't feel that it is actually printed. And here I give you this example for my F-35A version, which is already on RC print for you to download. But look at the surface. It's amazing how the panel lines pops out. Epic. So let's continue with this side, because this side is still open. It's like building Legos, and it feels wonderful. It's strong because of the wooden bulkheads and the carbon tubes which go all the way through. Okay, let's continue. So thankfully we are doing YouTube, so let's put my hand on the camera. And here we got it. Awesome. So let's continue to the next section. We're going slowly to the static inlet piece. So therefore we have already printed this part with the H2S, H2D, and we're also using the Clarity K2+, which actually surprised me with the quality. So it's looking quite good. Feeling blessed with my printing part. Okay guys, I just glued the second section on it, including the wooden spar, which fits nicely as a puzzle. So the next step is I'm going to cut this wood section, and we're continuing slowly to the static inlet with the servo to the inlet doors. And these are functional as well. Need probably an iteration, but these are controlled by a separate servo. Okay, let's continue with this section. This section is actually done. This is how I work. This part is done. So let's go to also this big piece. Therefore, I'm going to use the H2D and K2+, all the big printers what I have in the house, to print this in one block away, and then we can go move more backwards. And at the end we are getting to the 3Ds. Let's continue. Okay, let's use the X tool to cut the next bulkhead. Okay, this bulkhead is installed. I'm super happy. The results came awesomely and now we can continue building. So these are just for temporary tubes. They will be all the way in the length. Until the end, we're going to use this tube system, which acts like a skeleton or backbone for this model. So, I just put some filler on it, really lightweight. This is what I have in Alabastine. A really great filler, lightweight and ideal for filling the surfaces. So I need to sand it. For now, let's finish her up. In the next video, we're going to work on the landing gear. I just need some extra wires for steering, servo, and for the retract servo. And maybe some lightnings for the cockpit as well. But this looks all amazing. It all fits really nicely. Lots of space, free space for the cockpit. Speaking of that, so this is what I also designed. This should fit here like so. Then we're going to take the cockpit. Fits in also really awesomely. And we got also this seat like this. And look at it. So the Bambulab is printing the canopy frame. And then we're going to glue inside this clear canopy with canopy glue. And look at that. Now it starts to look like an F-35B. Amazing. Including the cockpit. Wow. Okay, good morning. Let's see what we have. Really big parts with H2S. Wow. And even the Creative K2 Plus has a nice fuselage part. Awesome. The H2D is still busy with the static inlet section. Cool. Okay guys, before we're going to end this video, the H2D did a great H2D. Did a great job. Look, the entire inlet section is printed. And this is what I like about the settings what we are using. Look, with one hand I can remove the tree support. Just brilliant. So we are starting to get to the end of the video. I'm happy with this big piece. It needs some rework. Also the door mechanism I need to fit, and I need to check if the static inlet section will fit as well. You see here a small mistake. I forgot to design the hole for the carbon tube, so this has to be redone. But for this, we're going to go for the next video. And guys, a big thumbs up if you think this model is super cool. So if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen me assembly this 3BSM unit. So make sure to follow me also on Instagram. And I will, for the ending of this video, I'm now going to attach this one to the model and fire it up. A big shout out to Erik Maglio, which built this electronics. These are count servos. Just check these out on Lofted Arrow. Okay guys, we've managed to flash our Lofted Arrow board. We programmed the CAN servos and now they are doing well. Now you can choose every position that you like. And we can go all the way down. Awesome. And even more than 90 degree. Wow. Okay everyone, I think we're going to end this video. So we are already started with the static inlet section. The electronics are there. I used a Phi color, which is force cooled during hover, so the doors will open and then we have airflow through the ESC and also the gaps around the ESC will cool down the ESC. And as protective, we use the JT for measuring the temperature of the ESC. So therefore we got one ESC for the front engine and one ESC for the back engine. So for the lift fan module, again, that works amazingly. Super happy about this result. It's really powerful, 120mm of JP. Okay guys, I'm happy that you are following this video or watching this video until the end, because I'm going to show you the coolest part. Well, everything is super cool, but we're going to show you the 3BSM. So the electronics are from Lofted Arrow. Eric Maglio did a great job with the scan servos and also the electronic boards. So links are in the description if you want to purchase this setup. And Eric also has a 3BSM which you can purchase. Smaller versions, he got I think a 70mm, 90, and I think a 110 version. So, but this is my version. This is a 120mm version, suited with a JP, as you have seen. And this is a pod, so you can choose every angle what you prefer. All the way down. A lot of torque there without any play. It's super strong. See, there is no play. That's because of those ball bearings. And you can go to 90 degree outbound mode or go back again. And this is actually fast enough because those outbounds take time, so they must be slow. And for jaw momentum, we got the servo, also from Hightech, and this can give you jaw authority, which is enough. Amazing, huh? So a big thumbs up if you like this video, and guys, make sure to turn on that notification bell because there are more updates to come, like the doors, the bomber doors, doors for the wheel bay. So we're going to fix the landing gear, and PCB is, as we speak, CNC cutting the landing gear parts for this big F-35. Look, it's huge. I'm super proud. So make sure to hit that like button, and guys, see you next time. Bye bye.